Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic. Today, we're back in the town. I know it's probably a little shocking to see this, and this was my secret project that I was working on. This took a long time to fix, and it's not 100% fixed, but it is a heck of a lot better than it was. So today, we're going to do a little bit of an update. It's a small update. As far as new buildings, you're looking at the mail truck and the new post office in the background. We're going to go over those here in a second, but the main thing is the whole fact that this town is working again. This is what a lot of my time has been consumed by. This was a little ridiculous. And I know I've been talking about the new Scrap Mechanic engine update, but I finally got tired of waiting for it. I decided I'm going to go into the town and do a whole lot of work and see if I can correct the issues. And as you can see, it's running a whole lot smoother through here. At one point in the town, I was probably running at about 10 frames a second, and that's on a 1070, which is a little embarrassing that it would be running that bad. But as you can see now, it's running pretty smooth. I'm getting anywhere between 50 and 60 frames inside of the town. It's more once you go beyond the town. The airport is running pretty good. Also, it's, I would say, probably close to 60. So it's almost like miracles have happened, and I will go over some of the work that I had to do to get this to run like it is now. But as far as how we're going to do this in the future, all this is going to also depend on the engine update, which it could be out Friday, it might not be. I tweeted at them, tweeted at the developers, and the answer wasn't very clear, so we'll have to see what happens there. But something that I'm going to start doing with my builds here in the town is I'm going to start putting everything on the workshop. I only used to put my cars on the workshop, so right now this mail truck is going to be on the workshop, but I'm also putting the buildings on the workshop. I understand some of you cannot run my town, and that's 100% fine. A lot of you just like to watch me build the town. But for those who want to use the buildings, the new post office is now on the workshop, so if you want to check that out, that will also be on there. So I'm going to start doing that from now on for all the buildings that I put in here. They're all going to be on lifts. That way I can save them to the workshop and you guys can use them. Alright, we're going to look at our two new items first. Now, like I said, these are on the workshop. I also have a Steam group if you'd like to join that. A lot of times if something's happening news-wise or I'm posting something new, I'll post a little bulletin in there. So if you'd like to join that, that's down in the description. But yeah, this is a bit of a small update, but we're going to take this kind of at, I would say, baby steps. That way we don't end up in the same situation that we ended up in a month and a half ago. And wow, it's hard to believe that it's been that long since I built in this map, and it just feels so right being back here. So anyways, the two things that we have a mail truck here, and this thing's a little odd because I haven't used these small wheels before. All my vehicles run on the big wheels that Scrap Mechanic has, at least the scale in the town. So thought I'd try something a bit different with the small wheels. The mail trucks are not very big. This is modeled somewhat after one of the US mail trucks. I'll probably post a picture on it somewhere on the screen. But yeah, this thing is pretty awesome. The spider web looks a little more complicated than it is. One good thing that's happened since I've last built in the town, of course the logic gates have come out. So I used to have all my vehicles, like as soon as they came off the lift, the doors automatically open. But now we have logic gates, so we can close them from the inside, outside. Same goes for the back here, which I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Only thing that's back here is just a bunch of shelves. This is basically all there is in these little mail trucks. Of course, I don't have anything that looks like mail, so I stuck a box in here, some ducks, and a cactus, for whatever reason. But yeah, you've got that. The hood opens. There's not much detail in there. Let me go ahead and just hop in and drive around for a bit. Everything opens up from the inside. The hood opens up. I had to cram a suspension down in there, and that was kind of a tight fit. I don't remember it being this hard, but I guess this is probably one of my smallest vehicles, besides probably the medical cart over at the football stadium. But yeah, it drives fine. It turns actually a lot better than I pictured it turning. It is made completely out of metal, but it almost turns like it has a suspension glitch, which it doesn't because I don't use those. But it's a pretty awesome little vehicle. What I plan on doing, I want to add some mailboxes around the town, and eventually if we get some sort of neighborhood or something, I'd like to add mailboxes there. So some of these businesses would have some sort of, I don't know, mailbox or drop-off box. I know the apartment complex has a drop-off box, which, by the way, I'm going to create another playlist for Scrap Mechanic that's going to have just the town stuff in it. So if you guys missed anything, I will put all that up. I know I've gained quite a few subs since I last stopped doing the town, so some of this might be kind of new to you guys if you haven't gone back and checked out some of my older videos. So I'll post that below. But yeah, cool vehicle. Let's go park it back at the post office, and I'm going to show you the inside of it. Now, one thing I have with the post office, around back, there's a little loading bay, which I'm assuming it's probably pretty normal, at least with our local post office here. They have a little loading bay in the back. Of course, you gotta load up some packages and mail, so you'd pull back here, and, ooh, I hope I made this big enough. Maybe? Yeah, sure it is. It's gonna be a little tight. But anyways, you would back up. I'm trying to look at the yellow lines here. I'm getting close. There we go. No, close enough. But yeah, open your back doors. There's a little garage right there, and you could load up, so. Another thing is, you have to crouch to get out of this vehicle. I don't have a roof hatch on it, but if you hit the control button, you'll pop right out of it. But yeah, awesome vehicle. Let's go inside of here. I'm gonna go around this way. You'll immediately notice a couple drop boxes right here. This is what I was talking about, maybe sticking a couple of these around the town. And maybe some normal mailboxes too, but yeah, let's walk into here. Of course, we got the logic gate, so I no longer have to do the double bearings on the doors here, which that helps for performance. I've got another switch right here. Might put those on a timer, I'm not 100% sure. Or a sensor. Con had a really neat sensor that would open, and it's like a timer, and then it would close itself, but yeah. Here's the lobby of the post office. I think it looks really awesome. We gotta remember this is a small town, so I don't really need a humongous post office. Plus, I was a little scared to start building again. I was afraid that something was gonna happen and this was gonna turn out like the last town episode, which was really the town tour where I had to announce that everything was going wrong. But yeah, got some post office boxes over here, got a little stamp machine right here, got a little waiting line right here, a couple little cash registers on the counter. I have something that looks like a weight right there. A lot of times you would take in a package, they'd weigh it, send it off. Some people don't even like to drop mail in the drop boxes. I have a family member that's like that. They insist on going inside and delivering the mail straight to the person. But yeah, you can walk back here. Let's go and open this. Pretty simple back here. There's not too many reference pictures online of the back of a mail or a back of a post office. Like, there's plenty of pictures of lobbies, so I really was just guessing back here. I'm pretty sure there's shelves, maybe like a sorting area for, say, these are different mail slots, spots for packages. You've got just some boxes back here, a couple of these little bins, which it'd be nice to have little wheels on these, but you really couldn't do much with them besides maybe knock them around with a hammer. But yeah, those are like little bins to sort mail and packages, but yeah, nice little area. I'm really happy with the way this came out. Let's go ahead and go out back. Here's the garage door. Now, I could have made this garage a whole lot more complicated, but like I said, I'm a little gun shy about the town right now, so I just put one bearing and it just swings open. I really would like to have seen maybe like one of those ones that actually kind of rolls up and goes up inside, but yeah, we're not doing that quite yet, so let's close that. There we go. That is the post office. This was one of the most requested items before I stopped doing town videos. So I figured this would be the easiest thing to tackle first, which I really love that envelope pixel art, by the way. But I figured this is a good way to ease back into the town. Now, let me go over what I actually did to the town itself. First thing, you probably won't even notice this. A lot of people won't. I ripped up all the roads. Now, you can see all the roads are now elevated. I was a dum-dum when I initially started building the town, and I double stacked a lot of the roads, and there was a lot of blocks going into the ground. A lot of these roads were just all together, and Scrap Mechanic doesn't like really big objects, so it calculates everything together, and it just causes a massive amount of lag. So that's why you see these lines in the road, all these little cuts. That's to separate lots, to separate road pieces, to try to make everything run as smooth as possible. Now, hopefully with the new engine update, maybe we won't have to do this. I don't know. It'd be really nice, but I'm not going to hold my breath. But yeah, a lot of this is still the same. Paint shop, no buildings have left except one. On the town tour, I started a mayor's house, way over by the camp. Actually, the campgrounds are over there. Let's go ahead and go out that way. As you can see, I don't really have anything to do in the town. Everything's really nice and smooth. There's probably some vehicles that are missing. I'm not going to spawn them all at once because that's like 20 plus vehicles to have in the town just sitting here. And of course, that's not going to help anything. But yeah, we're going to walk over out to the campground and I'll show you where the mayor's house has completely disappeared. Alright, we are at the campgrounds and ignore the hearse. The hearse is still sitting there. This was the last true build that I had in the town. I'm not going to count the mayor's house, which is actually over to the right. That was on a version that was crashing a lot, so I just completely skipped that one. I reverted back to the the campground version of the game because I was just afraid that something in that house was partially to blame for the crashes, so that's no longer there, and it wasn't even complete. I had to stop mid-build to address what was happening, so we're not even worried about that right now. Now, what we're going to do in the future, now the town, it's back, but it's not back quite in the same way it was where I was doing like nothing but episodes on the town. I'm not going to stop the moon base. I'm not going to stop the theme park. Well, actually, the theme park's on hold until the engine because it's running pretty bad, and there's nothing I can do about that one. That one I've built in a really safe manner, but the whole fact that there's tons of rides, it's pretty well impossible to continue to do that without some sort of engine upgrade. But I knew I could probably go back into here and try to make something work, so I did that. So we're going to do the moon base still. I still look forward to the moon base or the moon town, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully I'll have a new update on that coming soon. And I'm going to continue to try to do updates on this even without the engine or the new scrap mechanic engine. Now, if that comes out, that's even better. If it comes out, that's 100% fantastic. But if it doesn't, I'm going to continue to try to do these updates. So I want some suggestions from you guys. Now, I don't want to go over the top yet. I don't want anything where it's going to be something huge. I'm going to try to keep it small. So any town buildings, any maybe restaurants, anything like that. I want to keep this slow right now because I don't want to overdo it and then end up in a bad situation again. So we're going to take our time with the town, hopefully until the engine update comes out. So give me some suggestions, guys. I mean, this is really for you guys. That's what the whole thing of coming back to this was. I know how much you guys miss the town. I know I get comments on it almost every video that I release for Scrap Mechanic. And it's been kind of a hard 2 months, or it's not quite been 2 months. But it's been a hard month and a half, trying to figure out what to do with this map. And it's been really hard to wait for that update because I thought maybe right after I stopped the town tour, I thought, well, okay, the update's going to be out here very shortly. It's going to be out maybe in a week or two, and it never came. So I just got tired of waiting. I knew you guys were really wanting to see this, so that's why I did this. So hopefully you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to really appreciate this. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are really stoked that this even happened. So like I said, thanks guys for the support. It's been fantastic. But anyways, let's head back into the town. Man, it feels really good to be back. But like I said, it's not 100% perfect right now. I'm hoping to get it even better, so I've got some more optimizing to try to do. So just be patient with me on that. Like I said, I'm making a new playlist down below if you want to check out any of the other town episodes because I have a ton of them. I've got episodes pretty much on everything in this map. And the last thing that I'm going to address is the whole fact that I'm going to start uploading a little bit later. Now, this one's going to be at the normal right around 9 o'clock my time. But I think I'm going to start delaying videos a couple hours, so we're going to start doing that. It's just to try to hit a little closer to when a lot of you guys are younger, getting out of school and all that. And I've heard some people say that they're not even seeing my videos in their sub feeds. There's a little notification, a little bell right by my subscribe button. So if you want to try to enable that, if you're not seeing my videos in your sub feed, I've had a couple people report that, and that's a little disturbing to hear. But I'm going to start uploading just a little bit later. That way I can try to jump in as many of your guys' feeds as possible. That way I know that everybody's getting to see my videos and enjoy them. But anyways, guys, that's going to about wrap it up for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know that this is what you wanted to see. that you're happy that the town's back, because I know I am 100% happy. I'm happy to hear the music again. I'm happy just to get back into the groove. Like I said, we're going to take it nice and slow, though. I'm not going to overdo it, so I'll try to get another town episode out very soon. I'm not going to give you a for sure timeline on that. I needed to do a little bit of rambling about, what's going on with it. But anyways, guys, if you like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel. The map download will be below, and all the other items will be in the workshop. So we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.